the hole for the self-feeding fire. Basically digging out a section that's going to be big enough where our logs can fit into, so we can have control over it. We also have a creek not too far from here. Our hole is about 8 inches to a foot. Self-feeding fire, you're going to need a live tree. And the farther we go along, the more you will understand why. For the firewood, we are not going to be using live trees. I found a couple nice ones that are already down and on the ground, just waiting for us. Alright, that's coming loose, so you gotta be careful when you're out here for widow makers. And that's considered a widow maker when it gets hung up in other trees. So there's going to be, what, 4 posts out of that. And then you have to have 4 Y sticks in order to hold this portion up. So there's one thing that I did pack that wasn't on the list. So we're going to see how well this thing works. A hole in the ground, another hole in the ground for our posts for the self-feeding fire. Carved a point at one end. You want the 2 as straight and lined up as possible. There's applying pressure on that bottom brace, on the Y brace. I'm packing the dirt around it so that way it's a little bit more sturdy.
And it'll keep your log from burning.
And the dirt will keep your log from burning. Putting our wood for the self-feeding fire. When you're doing the self-feeding firewood, you want it as smooth as possible without these branches, so that way it can just roll down and you don't have to worry about it.
Ooh, them pretty pink fingernails ain't gonna be pink for too long, are they?
That's alright. Don't bother me any.
I know.
I might paint my fingernails every time I do a video, but I'm not afraid to get dirty.
I know. I gotta break her balls, people. That's gotta happen.
It's a given trait between the two of us.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay, that's all. We'll try that.
Alright.
Perfect.
Yeah. Fits right down in there now. Alright, so no longer than what we got in that hole right there then. Too big.
Yeah, I gotta shave a couple inches off.
Yeah. But you get the gist. That's what we're going to do with
Or
all these logs.
we could use the long log to start off.
Could do the long log to start off, yeah.
Yes, that's what we have to do.
Okay.
Because other than that, how's it gonna hold it?
Well, yeah, you got to go bigger to smaller.
Obviously. So, and this one.
Now we're going to take the coals from that fire there that we cooked on last night and throw them in the bottom of this one. As DJ stacks up the wood. And we'll cut some more.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cut more.
I still say that one should be cut.
What, that long one on the bottom?
Yeah.
Like I said, I think we should use that one to start off, because look, if I move this,
My side has to be dug out more. Alright, one, DJ makes this thing look easy. I tried and miserably, well, not miserably failed. I got somewhere, but it definitely takes practice.
and a lot of strength.
So we went and trimmed up all the sticks on these logs for the self-feeding fire. And now they are automatically wanting to roll down into the pit. So that's a good sign. You got anything to add?
We are going to have to use a long log to begin, to start off. If not, your wood's just going to fall in all at once. So we have to use a long log to begin to start the fire. But then after that, I believe, once that long log burns off, it'll just slowly feed, hopefully slowly feed into the fire.
We are going to do a heat reflecting shield out of aluminum foil. which should have went in our foil video, but
Stuff happens.
stuff happens. That's why you subscribe and you get to see more tricks like this.
And not only is it going to reflect the heat, it'll reflect the light.
Yes.
So it'll make it a little brighter at night.
So all he's doing right now is putting wet wood into the ground to help support the foil, which the aluminum foil doesn't need that much support, but it don't hurt to have it. Start wrapping our foil around. We're going to do the shiny side toward the fire. Move that down a little bit more. Don't come apart. You're doing good.
Hold on. Hold on. This. Okay.
Alright. One of us want to turn that camera. Plus the screen.
You're good.
Alright, give yourself a little bit excess so you can wrap it around this one. Set our foil aside. Tighten it up. And there's one portion of it. So we're going to keep going upwards with this. Char cloth we made in one of our videos. I'm going to move this a little closer to me and annoy him because I'm using my buck knife to do it. Let's see how this
Can't even watch.
You can't even watch me?
No.
Let's see how this char cloth works, since I'm the one that made it. Let's see, there's my scratcher side. Ah, there we are. Go ahead and move this in here.
Nice strike.
With our birch bark.
Yeah, that here. This stick.
You're just sticking out my knife?
Yeah. You're done already. Oh my god.
Huh?
The birch bark.
What about the birch bark? There's birch bark underneath
I know.
this. We stuffed the cracks of the birch, or stuffed the logs in between the cracks with birch bark so it would catch better. Cleared all the leaves away.
I think it should be brewing.
Yeah.
I think so.
Alright, over the course of time, we'll find out how well this works. He's ripping now. You can tell the heat reflectors reflecting the light off the back. Move around a little bit so you can see how well that's working. Looks good so far.
I think it's gonna win
But that one log down here in the bottom is starting to catch now. So we'll see what the end result is, either if it's gonna climb or if it's gonna feed it. DJ has been maintaining the center because it did start climbing. As you can see, it did. That's the third log on the left. So since he's been maintaining it, it's only burning that bottom log. Now you're able to tell the difference from when we first started to now. So it's getting there. We'll be warm all night.
Oh yeah.
That'll be
no
nice.
cold night tonight.
No. Got down to what? Last night? Oh, 45 maybe?
Mm-hmm. It was cold. That's all I know.
Almost that time of the year for hen in the woods.
Yes, ma'am.
Another one of my favorite mushrooms.
So how did you like the chanterelles?
The chanterelles are good. The fire just lowered itself on one side.
Right here.
Yeah. Oh, that's why we got one log burning down there still.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
That's why the second log up hasn't came down yet. We started this fire, self-feeding fire, at 5:30 tonight. And let's see what time it is. It is now 7:15. So about an hour and 45 minutes now.
Yeah, and we haven't even burned through half the wood, a quarter of the wood. The only thing we have burned through is 2 logs on the bottom and what we used to get it started. So that's pretty good. I think it'll last all night.
I hope so. I'm gonna cook breakfast on it tomorrow morning.
Yeah, we'll definitely have coals.
Yeah, we will. And that aluminum foil heat reflector is working great. To the point that we don't even want to be sitting next to the fire.
Yeah,
it's so warm.
We don't want to sit in the front of the tent. We keep walking away because it's too hot. But it'll be nice once the sun goes down. And it's in the low 50s, high 40s tonight. That's what they're predicting, but when you're on a hill, the wind comes from the bottom of the hill updraft. So it was cold this morning. I woke up, I don't know, maybe about 2:30 this morning.
Yeah.
Telling April here that I'm freezing. Cuddle me. I love her. She's awesome.
I think I woke up about 3 o'clock, told him I was cold. And I stole his body heat. Guy's body temperature is 3 degrees warmer than a female's body temperature. Stop messing with it. Didn't you learn your lesson the last
Yes,
time?
I did. I'm sorry.
He messed with it last time and knocked that whole row off of there. So he had to go and restack it all. So I'm continuously reminding him not to play with it.
Yes. I'm sorry. It's a force of habit.
A little pyro.
I like maintaining the fire.
Well, that's your job anyways when we go camping.
Pretty much.
Because if I start it, he ends up taking it over, and there's no point in me even starting it because he takes it over. No, I ain't too worried about it though. I just think it's funny. You don't want your top logs catching the way that one is right now.
So you just use a little bit of water. Simmer her down. Obviously, if you're sleeping, you're not going to be able to do that, but I'm pretty sure you'll see everything flare up.
We will be awake throughout the night, not only to check on this, but to see what the progress is too. In my hand, I have mint leaves from our garden. Bugs don't like them. Oh, there's rub them on me. They get me mint leaves all over. Mosquitoes are starting to come out.
Yep, dirty little buggers.
Natural bug repellent. And you can eat it.
It's quite strong.
It is strong. It makes really good tea too.
And your bad breath in the morning. Yep. Forget toothpaste, you got mint? Well, you know what? Scrub your teeth with it. Make your breath smell better. And probably clean your teeth a little bit. You might have green teeth. But you had good smelling breath.
The coal from the wood and the fire, you can use that to brush your teeth too.
I think I'll go with the mint leaves.
I prefer the mint over the wood, but worst case scenario, I'd brush my teeth with that too.
Yeah, I've seen her do it.
I can't stand dirty mouth. Alright, so we're going to see how well this theory works, and I'm going to throw the mint in the fire. See how well it keeps the bugs away. Put a good pinch of sage in there too.
Oof.
We'll see how well that bug repellent for sage works. I've seen it a lot, so why the hell not try it? And then I'll let you know if it works or not.
What you see a lot of in these self-feeding fires is that a lot of the logs that people are using are bigger trees that have been harvested with a chainsaw. So when you're out camping, we're probably 3/4 of a mile back in the woods, and you're not going to lug a chainsaw back in here. So with that being said, you're not going to have the same results as you would as if you were cutting logs with a chainsaw. You got smooth logs, they're straight 90% of the time, and they're using straight limbs. They're doing this in their backyard. They're not doing this out here in the woods. You're not gonna 100% replicate what they do. So this is more of a real life situation than something that these other people are showing you. So when you're out camping, you're not going to have perfect logs. You're not going to have perfect sticks to make your V's so that they run down. So yes, you are going to have to mess with it here and there to get it to do what it's supposed to do. But this will, I will guarantee you, this will last all night long with the way this is burning. All your coals are congregated in the center, and as your log burns on the bottom, as you see, I keep poking at them, because what happens when wood burns in its solid pieces is that it don't all burn at the same time, you know what I mean? So you gotta kind of mess with it a little bit, but once we get it to where it's burning all the way across the pit evenly, then I don't think we'll have a problem with this lasting all night. Or, well, obviously one side keeps getting hotter than the other on me. That's why you keep seeing me play with the fire.
And I keep busting his balls about it.
Yeah. But, yeah, so. Trials and tribulations. Here's our first log that has successfully burned in half. And now our next log has moved down on the right side. This big log here just has moved down on us, so it is working. Like I said, you might have to mess around with it a little bit at first to get it going, but once you get this thing burning even, it'll last you all night long. I will guarantee it.
Other people that have done self-feeding fires have been successful with using the chainsaw. But like he said, it's a lot easier doing it this way than lugging that chainsaw in. About how long did you say we spent on this altogether?
Oh God, it took us probably, I would say, with cutting wood and everything,
So 4 hours maybe?
about 4 to 5 hours it took us to get this set up. I mean, it took digging the hole, getting the post to drive into the ground, I mean, it was a lot of work. It really was. But, you know what? I think it's something that can possibly work really well. We'll just, we'll have to wait and find out, but I think it's going to turn out pretty well.
We're using wet wood and dry wood
Yes.
from the ground.
Yes, because if you run all dry wood, then as you see, this side is all dry wood. The left-hand side here, it keeps wanting to climb on me. So I gotta keep snuffing it out or dump a little water on it so that it don't climb. But once we get an even bed of coals down through here, I think, and we get everything going right, this thing will burn all night long. There's no doubt in my mind.
The sage and mint that I put on the fire.
We don't have too many flies around no more. So.
No, we don't. It's either the sage or the mint that's letting off a burning sensation, so I would lean toward the sage more than I would the mint. It makes your nose feel like it's burning. And it's not from the smoke. Because it's a weirder sensation than that. But it does work. Alright. Almost 8:40. We started this. What did you say? 5:30?
5:30.
5:30. Oh, oops. About 3 hours now.
Yeah. 3 hours and we still have a lot of wood left.
Yeah, we do. And as you can see over here on the wall to the left, we still got quite a bit of wood left. And right there. So it looks like we're going to be burning all night. Awesome.
How's it look?
That is cool looking.
There's that side, which you guys could tell that it's dropped about a foot from where it was earlier. It was all the way up to them Y sticks. This side hasn't really progressed too much. We got a lot more wet wood on this side than we had on that side. Word of advice, stagger them. Dry, wet, dry, wet, dry, wet. So then that way there, it don't climb on you. I don't know how many times I've had to redo this, especially this left side. I've redone it probably 10 times to get it right so that it would burn right. But trial and error, first time doing it. You live and you learn. Well, when you fail, you just keep repeating it until you get it right. And finally, we got it right. So I don't think we're going to have a problem being cold tonight or having coals for breakfast in the morning.
I don't know if you guys got to see that. Our next one piece of wood just fell down in the fire.
So yes, it does work. Like I said, you gotta adjust some things here now and again. When you're running this much wood in a shallow pit like this, you're gonna have buildup with the coals and what have you. So I just keep trying to rake them out evenly. Give it enough room so that you have oxygen.
Working great. Turn in for the night.
No, I was just getting the bed ready.
I know you're getting the bed ready.
Oh.
Oh, the sleeping bag's ready.
Yeah.
No, we're getting prepared to turn in for the night. Last I knew, let's see, 9:20. It is almost 10 o'clock, so it's been going for 5.5 hours. And it's still going strong. The other side on the left is caught. I'm going to turn in and we'll check on it throughout. Alright, just woke up to check on the fire. Looks like we got 4 logs on the right side, and on the left side we have about, looks like maybe 8. But it's still going, and it is now 12:30. See a lot better now. We got about 6 logs to the right and about 5 on the left. The first one you're not really able to see because the other 4 are on top of it. Same thing for the other side. But it's still going. I'll stay up for a little bit and keep an eye on the progress. It is now about 1:11 in the morning. I'm going to turn in. I'm going to get up and at least check on it. Show you what time it was. Good. So, back to bed I go. Let's see what time it is. It is 5:40 in the morning. And we just got the last 3 logs down on there. Oh, worked really well, but we're still burning logs. So I'm gonna keep giving you guys time frames on how long this is burning for. It's still burning. I had to restart the last 3 logs. Which really isn't bad. And here it is. Well, 6:30 in the morning, almost. It's been going for 14 hours now, and it's still going. So I'm going to start making breakfast. Twist it up there a little bit. Had flapjacks with DJ this morning. Got his coffee going for him.
Oh yeah.
Good way to start the morning. The smarter way to do it when you don't have a pot holder.
How's that one, baby love?
Oh, that's
Is it
good.
going?
Yeah.
That's yours. That's going.
There's some more butter in that pan.
Oh yeah, you know it.
He's always bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this time of morning. And I'm gonna leave me alone for 10 minutes till I wake up.
10 minutes. Don't let it lie to you people.
What? Is it more like an hour?
Yeah.
I can be at times. Depends on how I slept, but I've been up since 5:30.
Yeah, I was up that early too, but I decided not to get out of bed.
You enjoy that moss bed last night?
Oh my God. Amazing. It was amazing. Yeah.
Because what we had the first night we were up here.
Yeah. 14 hours.
Yep. So we had a lot of fun doing this. This is one of the main reasons why we went camping, is to do the self-feeding fire. I know a couple people in the group are excited about that. Especially Theo.
Theo.
Yeah, I messaged him last night. Showed him a picture of what we were doing. And he was asking questions, so we're thinking about going up his way and doing a self-feeding fire with him. But it was definitely well worth it. We'll be doing this again.
Yes. Yes, we will. And we're making breakfast. Made some pancakes, got the coffee going, got the eggs. What more can you ask for? And a beautiful outdoors, a good breakfast, and my beautiful girlfriend.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The only piece that gave us an issue was this half straight one, I guess you would want to say. It ended up leaning in towards the main support to feed the logs through to the fire. So I would definitely suggest straight ones all the way around. And remember, they gotta be wet, and so do your Y sticks. Your first 4 going into the fire, your first 4 logs, you want dry. The rest of them you want damp. You do not want them sopping wet.
No, we did that.
And it was a pain in the ass. So we ended up changing it out and it worked perfectly. We figured the fire would have enough time to dry the ones out, but it didn't. So that's what we've gained from this experience, and hopefully you gain something too.